Friday here on the news, Gerry Dick from Inside Indiana Business joins us in studio. He's always got the big business stories of the week, and today we've got a breaking story. The Indiana Sports Corporation decided not to bid on the college football national championship game. So, Gary, why'd they make that decision?
Well, Scott, and this is, I think, is a decision that has been in the works now for several weeks. I've been talking with insiders, close to that situation, and the decision might surprise some people, and that Indianapolis deciding not to bid on the game. But when making a decision like this, the Sports Corporation, the city, they have to consider what events are already on the calendar, the hotel situation with conventions, not to mention raising money in the private sector. It's a big task. The decision was made that during this current bidding cycle not to make a bid. I do think at some point in the future, don't be surprised to see Indianapolis, make a bid on this game. It's right up the city's alley in terms of big sporting events, but I think the decision was made best to forego at this current bidding cycle.
So for now, it won't be coming to Indy.
Right.
Big announcement today from a new Indianapolis company called Health Pro. So does this mean new jobs?
Yeah, it does mean new jobs, Scott, potentially nearly 200. Actually, this company, Health Pro, is technically not new. It's been under the umbrella of a company called Our Health, which has been growing here in Indianapolis for the last couple of years. Health Pro is a healthcare referral company, connects doctors and patients. And the business got to be so good, they say, hey, let's create a standalone business out of this. So Health Pro, $8 million investment. They plan on hiring about 180 workers downtown for now. So again, it's what happens in an entrepreneurial culture. This is a life sciences healthcare company, but really looking at it from an innovation standpoint, potentially really good news for the city.
All right, speaking of investments, we've got to talk about what Kroger's doing. This massive investment, announcing it would invest nearly $465 million here in central Indiana. What's that money going to be used for?
Yeah, a lot of massive store renovations. As you mentioned, Scott, nearly $500 million, one of the biggest business investments in Indianapolis, the region here, in a number of years. 33 stores involved, 3,400 jobs. The hiring process so big that Kroger is going to build a new a regional training center here in Indianapolis. Kroger's regional president, Jeff Burt, told me on the show, or tells me on the show this weekend, it's about the Indianapolis economy. It's also about a different way that we're buying food these days with the big box stores like the Walmarts and the Myers, the Costco's and others, the Whole Foods. All these different options that we consumers have changes the way we do business. Kroger is saying we want to be competitive in that marketplace, and they're investing in it.
It's become a shopping experience, hasn't it?
Yeah, no doubt about it, and I think we all benefit. We have choices.
All right, Gerry Dick from Inside Indiana Business. You can watch his program Sunday at 11 o'clock right here on Channel 13. Gary, thanks. Coming up next at noon, we'll talk about the hottest new gadget for tech lovers, but the price of production may surprise you. How much money Apple is making on the Apple Watch. And plugging into a new market, you'll hear how